Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how you must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
This is my I know something that you don't look. I don't. It's just.
It's National Take Off Your Mask Day.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool. Shiny.
No more masks in school.
My daughter still wore hers today, though. She said she wanted to.
She watches the news too much.
No, it's not. I think she just enjoys hiding her emotions, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's not how we start the show off. This is how we start the show. It is Monday, February 28th. Now, on this day in 1958, Samuel Alphonsus Stritch is appointed pro-prefect of the propagation of faith, becoming the first American member of the Roman Curia.
First bishop?
I don't even know what I'm talking about here. None of that made any sense to me.
Okay.
For some reason, you're listening to That'll Learn Ya with me, Michael Buster McMahon. And I am your host, Michael Buster McMahon. And you know, my friend's daughter just got a black belt in Taekwondo.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but I actually have a black belt in No Can Do.
I believe that.
Right? And joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles. Now, he has the King Midas touch. It's true. Everything he touches turns into a muffler. Today on the show, great songs and some cool stories about them. Plus, if we have time, we'll discuss the advancing technology of how we might be able to use sound waves to extinguish forest fires. But we probably won't have time for that. So sit back, relax, have a donut, and remember.
A fun one. I'm having a sandwich.
You're never too old to learn something stupid. What are you eating?
A sandwich.
Did you bring enough for the class?
No.
No. Of course not. I'm actually kind of full. I had some leftover pierogies before I came here. So
if you had a cellular phone, you could have texted me an order.
But, then that would have opened up this whole other... but see, how would I know that you were going to the, to a place to eat? But again, I'm full.
P, pick me up something on the way in.
But sometimes you just...
if you become a super successful playwright, you're going to need to have one.
Or I can just have a secretary.
No.
So in these 2 weeks, we were not here last week.
Right. I was in Virginia.
Yeah, how was that? Did you have fun?
Actually, it was a blast. We, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Kenny had a perfect view of the launch pad from his room. I had enough space to set up a full control room in my room. And they were 200 feet away, so we went and bought one piece of cable, and off we went.
Nice.
It's nice having access to a bathroom.
Well,
when you're going to be out there for like 4 hours.
Yes.
Setting up,
it is.
Covering, testing.
I do this strategic bathroom a lot. Like, I don't have to pee right now, but it's sort of like when you're on the highway and it says like next rest area is like 30 miles. You're like, you know what? I might as well pee now because, I don't want to suddenly have to pee 10 minutes from now and then I got to hold it for 20 minutes.
But also being in the cold in a McDonald's parking lot, which is the only other place you can go without credentials. Mm-hmm. It's preferable to be in your hotel room with good power and good Wi-Fi than to be in a parking lot having to run back and forth to McDonald's every hour or two to go to the bathroom.
Yep, absolutely.
But successful broadcast, so we had a good time.
So I don't know if it was my computer or what, but I could see my show last week. I just couldn't hear it, so I don't know if that was a problem. It could have been my computer, but I didn't know if it was a problem that people saw or what. And if people were tuning in now and didn't hear it last week.
If you could see it, you should have been able to hear it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was a problem with my computer or what. And I said, okay, you know what? I got other stuff to do anyway, so I didn't kind of fool around too much with it. But
gotcha.
But a lot has happened to me since that has our last show. I've hinted about this, but I can officially say this now that my brother is restoring the Summers Inn in Summers, Connecticut. And I actually own 10% of it.
Nice.
How about that? I'm a restaurateur. Pretty cool.
Yeah, something.
People are, as Archie Bunker says, well, I'm a regular entrepreneur.
You're something.
I'm something, all right. So this is pretty exciting because the Summers Inn has had so much great history and it's been vacant for a little while. So we're hoping for June or July for it to get back on track. But hopefully you can come down, visit the place. It's going to be a kind of an upscale steakhouse. So we're looking forward to that. And very proud of my family, proud of the, how people in the family stepped up to help out. My sister, my parents, everybody's on board. It's going to be like a family thing. So
we should do a show down there.
No, that'd be cool. Yeah, we could do that. They won't be open when we're doing a show, but that's fine.
No, we could tape a show down there.
That'd be quieter when we go down there and there's nobody there.
Why don't we tape a show?
Oh, I don't know. I like the live feel. I mean, I suppose we could.
Live to tape?
Yeah, I guess. But yeah,
You could entertain the crowd.
we'll discuss. Hey, guess who's going to be going down there?
Who?
Bobby G.
Oh, yeah?
The building is like 250 years old. I think Bobby G should poke around, see if we've got ourselves a vintage resident.
Something you could promote?
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, Vincent's Steakhouse, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That definitely was haunted, and Vincent was still there. Might still be there to this day.
This place was, George Washington slept here. It was part of the Underground Railroad. I mean, there's some deep history in this
That's
place.
really cool, yeah.
Yeah, so, we're proud to, and, we do feel the pressure. So I put this on my Facebook.
Yes.
And a friend of mine who lives in Summers took it and sort of put it on the Summers forum page.
Yep.
Okay? In less than a day, it got 1,000 likes and like 300 comments with everybody saying, thank you, we can't wait. So
Awesome.
People are really, really excited to see the old girl come back to life. So,
Well, that means you have local support now.
yes.
The food has to be good. And
Food
then you're
has
all
to be
set.
good and the service has to be good because
People will come.
the old owners, they did a great job, and some new owners came in, changed the name of the place, and supposedly, from what I hear, the food wasn't as good, and it really kind of turned a lot of
Listen,
people
I've
off.
watched enough Restaurants Impossibles to know that if you have good food and you keep the management tight and know what your costs are and things like that, you'll have a successful restaurant.
Well, there's good news about this. I am not doing any of that.
Good.
My brother, who's actually
Is he in the restaurant business?
my
or?
brother, who's he's been the general manager of a couple restaurants and stuff, and I look, I might be biased, but I can say this honestly that everywhere he went, the food improved.
The biggest thing I've noticed is food cost. If you can keep your food costs low and your quality and standards high, you're going to be successful.
And one of the very first things we're doing is we're taking out the Pepsi dispensers and putting in Coca-Cola because why would you have the number 2?
That's because of you.
No,
You're a Coke guy.
But I'm only 10%. Fortunately, my brother agrees. He's a Coke guy too. So.
Unabashedly a Coke guy.
Okay. I tried the new Starlight Coca-Cola. Have you heard about this?
I've heard about it.
Yes, it's space. It's supposed to be like space cola.
Yes.
My
Tastes like Coca-Cola.
what I did was with my coworker Joyce, we got some cups and I shared it with her, and on our first taste of it, she didn't love it. I was a little indifferent. A little while later, I tried a little bit more, and I decided, nah. It's kind of like, it tastes like cotton candy to me. Everyone's getting different taste off of it. It's something that I didn't hate, but if I'm going to spend a couple bucks to get a soda, I'm going to get like a real Coke.
Okay.
It was a gimmick. I was curious about it. I wanted to try it. I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
You were
okay.
pissed off when New Coke came out. Don't lie.
Yes, of course I was. Absolutely. There was no reason for it to change. I mean, we loved it. And then when Cherry Coke came out, I was like, whoa! And then, of course, we got Vanilla Coke. And in fact, my friend on our honeymoon, Las Vegas got Vanilla Coke before we did. And she called me to tease, actually, because she was one of my exes. So she called to tease me, like, ha, ha. And she left a message. It's so good. I'm like, but anyway, that's not what we do. Oh, and the other big news, of course, is I'm going to make a movie.
Yeah.
Yep. The musical, we figured to best showcase it. Now, look, it's not going to be anywhere near the quality, and obviously we're not going to get the attention that PBS did. But do you know why I'm exaggerating here, but do you know why every high school and every college and every theater group did Into the Woods?
Why?
Because PBS actually shot a stage performance of it, and everyone loved it. So obviously, it's not going to be that quality. I'll put it on YouTube. But any interested group in one putting it on can actually see what it is, and by putting it on the stage instead of shooting it scene by scene, like my friend's movie did, will save us a lot of money, and also it'll be more accurate. Since my goal for this is to show what it looks like on the stage. Mm-hmm. So we're going to film it from a couple different angles and then edit it, which will be a pain in the neck. But of course, we have to finish the couple songs, which we are debuting today, a brand new song from the musical. How cool is that?
Okay.
Because one of the critiques at the reading that we had a couple weeks ago was, you know what? You got a lot of rockers here. You need a ballad. Maybe like a sad ballad somewhere.
Okay.
And, I kind of like sad ballads, so it's kind of funny that it does not have a sad ballad. Well, it does now. And we're going to be debuting the sad ballad in a little bit. But, I'm going to have a busy year, I'm thinking, between the two, because, it's pretty easy to make a movie, Peter. I don't know if you know that. It's just, it practically shoots itself, so it's...
Sure,
yeah,
right.
The movie that
That's why I said no, I don't have the time for that.
Yeah, I asked you if you wanted to be the editor, because, you know what? Shooting it is not as big of a pain in the neck as editing.
Yes, it is.
Editing is I think editing is the backbreaker, though. I mean, I don't know if it's changed, but the old rule of thumb back when I was in school doing this sort of stuff was for every minute of film you had to spend an hour in the editing suite.
Well, that was during the days of linear editing.
So, yeah.
Linear editing is a little bit easier.
I'm hoping it is a little easier.
Actually, you could do it yourself. I could give you a program for
I don't
$119. So you could do it yourself.
I don't know if I want to do it. I think I'd rather pay somebody to do that.
Yeah, I don't have the time, so I'll be brutally honest.
Mm-hmm. So we'll keep people updated on that. But so the movie that I was in, that my friend made, he spent several thousand of his own dollars. So we've got ways to keep the costs down, and we may even do like a crowdfunding thing where people can get a credit in the movie for doing so. But
well, if you crowdfund something, you should hire like Kirby Productions or something like that. The real guys that are doing it full time.
Well, maybe I will.
Yeah.
But the first thing we have to do is finish the soundtrack. So that's the goal. That's the main goal, which it's coming together pretty well.
Okay.
It's coming together pretty well. So this isn't what we do. We don't just blab. Oh, so anyway, so the movie that
that is what we do. But
the movie that I was in, The World Needs a New Superhero, is out. You can see it on Vimeo.com. Cost like $1.99. I'm in 2 scenes. If you hate the movie, don't blame me. I didn't write it or directed it, but it's a cute little pick. But I had absolutely no creative process involved. I just have my adorable self. In 2 scenes, I have like 10 lines or so. So if you're curious and you want to see that movie, go to Vimeo.com. It's called The World Needs a New Superhero, and support a local comedian, Dennis Worth, who this was his baby. Anyway, so now the words to this song. Should we start the show?
Sure.
Okay.
We can start anything you want.
The little bit of Gregory Abbott there. So the words to this song are almost impossible to understand, and they were rumored to be obscene. So this added significant to the sales of the single because people thought they were being naughty by buying this naughty song. It was probably leaked somewhere that the lyrics were obscene, but otherwise no one would have realized it because you can't really understand what they're saying. In fact, it's a pretty ingenious marketing scheme.
Sure.
To release that, because the FBI even did a investigation on it to see if it was obscene, and they tried to track down the original lyrics with not much luck. And the band said, "No, these are the words here, and this is what we're saying." I don't know why, but it was a pretty clever marketing. And still to this day, we don't know if some of the words are obscene. They might be.
Right.
Either way, I think
song.
This is a scientific fact too. I mean, every single band in the world made a cover of this song.
I'm sure.
It's just, I mean, you just go down the list. And,
number one party song of all
oh,
time.
yeah, absolutely. Here's the Kingsmen who brought it really to fame. Here's Louie Louie, 89.5 WSKB.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
I guess, as you said, you accidentally had the karaoke version, I guess.
Sounded like the vocals were suppressed, yeah.
And you know what? Some songs I could probably fill in very nicely, but I am not going to attempt an AC/DC song ever at a karaoke night, which is one of the reasons why I don't drink. I can't imagine what I would attempt if I didn't have that little thing that stopped me from doing stupid things. I do a few stupid things anyway, but I think I would do a lot more if I did drink.
Okay.
Now, they said, you call 36 24 36. That was actually a real phone number in Australia. And, of course, that caused similar problems in Australia, like 8675309 did when Tommy Two-Tone people had to change their phone number. But, of course, 1 year later, 36 24 36 also appeared in another big music history. What are you if you're 36? What are you?
You're a brick house.
You're a brick house, and you know it. I don't know if AC/DC, was thinking those measurements too when they picked that phone.
Might have been
number.
a double entendre.
Yeah, I think it might have been. But rock and roll bands don't do that. So in the next segment, we are going to debut a new song from the musical. I mean, if you care, even if you don't, we're still going to do it. But just letting you know.
Yeah.
This song here now, there's a line about losing sleep that the singer kind of just goes off on, and it was an ad lib because he had the lyrics and the sheet music in front of him as he was recording it, and apparently it fell off the stand, and instead of stopping, he just sort of ad libbed when he there, and everybody liked it. They said, "You know what? You're a pretty good ad libber. That actually kind of makes the song a little more memorable." And also, too, it will ruin the chance of anyone doing it karaoke because that's kind of tough to duplicate. Here is basically the British Elvis. As much as we love Elvis, Britain loves Cliff Richard. They absolutely adore Cliff Richard over there.
Cool.
He did okay here,
yeah,
but not anywhere near as he's looked at in Britain. Here's We Don't Talk Anymore, 89.5 WSKB.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? 'Cause I've been in love before, and I found that love was more than just holding hands. If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her. If I trust in you, oh please don't run and hide. If I love you too, oh please don't hurt my pride like her. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. If I fell in love with you.
Was that one of your newer remixes?
Could be.
Okay,
Tuna gives me all kinds of stuff.
Okay, because it's interesting. In the original recording,
It could have been the demo, too.
Paul McCartney's voice cracked, and for some reason, the second time that he says that, and they left it in. And so newer remastered tapes of that fixed it. But should they have?
Well, it depends on the band.
No, but I mean, that to me, it's one of the iconic pieces of the song. Paul's when you listen to, you're like, hey, that it's the Peter Brady's voice in time to change.
Yeah, I guess.
I kind of like it in, even though it was an odd decision to leave it in. Maybe they just got lazy, like, good enough.
Just, take 42.
Yeah, just all right, we want to go home. It's fine. Let's go. But yeah, so I know that you do have some newer masters of him.
Yeah, I also have the Beatles anthology, which that could have been a demo of it too.
Maybe it sounded,
it sounded really good.
Yeah. So, all right, so one of the critiques of the musical was that we did not have a sad ballad. Well, we have a sad ballad now, and it also satisfies the little self-imposed rule that we have. Every week you're going to get a Massachusetts artist. This is Jamie Hosmer of Springfield, he lives in Las Vegas now. Lucky bastard. And just an absolutely great guy. He's pledged all the help that he can in this. This song will appear in the musical. It will be max toned up a bit to match the style of some of the other songs. But
Does he know that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's actually going to be a duet because it's going to be between a guy and a girl singing. And it's going to be kind of cool. She leaves in the musical. She leaves out the door, and he's trying to decide to go after her. And then she's on the other side of the door trying to decide if she goes back to fix it. And they're both basically singing to the door, trying to reach, one by one, do I open the door? And eventually he turns away and she walks away. And which is, as you're probably saying, well, that's a Michael McMahon ending of a scene right there, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
It is. Here's just an absolutely beautiful, sad ballad by Jamie Hosmer from the album Comfortable Shoes. You should check his stuff out on YouTube. Jamie Hosmer. Pretty much the way you think, Hosmer. He's got some absolutely great stuff in there. Here's Lost in the Rain, 89.5 WSKB.
Pools of raindrops growing deeper. Water seeps into my shoes as my world falls down around me. I'm soaked to the bone and feel like a fool. I thought that we would last forever. Mighty fortress made of stone, but this empire quickly crumbled. Now my heart beats all alone. Love has flown from your eyes. Now all I see is goodbye. Crying out your name, I am lost in the rain. Without you, I'm lost in the rain. Watch the storm foam on the horizon. I shrugged off the urgency. When the lightning finally struck down, it was far too late for me. Love has flown from your eyes. Now all I see is goodbye. Crying out your name, I am lost in the rain, lost in the rain. Nothing but a dream I'm chasing now, it seems. Running through this maze, I am lost in the rain. Without you, I'm lost in the rain. You've been drifting away like a boat floating out to sea. Ooh, and I am waving my arms from the shore. Can't you see me? Can't you hear me? Oh, love has flown from your eyes. Now all I see is goodbye. Crying out your name, I am lost in the rain, lost in the rain. Nothing but a dream I'm chasing now, it seems. Sinking in this maze, I am lost in the rain. Without you, I'm lost in the rain. Without you, I'm lost in the rain. Oh, I'm lost in the rain, lost in the rain. Nothing but a dream I'm chasing now, it seems. Sinking in this maze, I am lost in the rain. Without you, I'm lost in the rain.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
You know, if you listen very carefully, you might be able to hear Beach Boy Carl Wilson doing the background vocals on that song.
Really?
That's a great song.
Yeah.
I remember there was a period in my life. Well, you know, it's pretty easy to call up a song now if you want to hear a song. You know, there's all kinds of services you can, on the internet get the song. But sometimes, you were at the mercy of whatever, the radio station was going to play, like if you didn't own the album. And I think there was a period in my life, there was probably like a 3-year period in my life where I did not hear that song, even though I absolutely loved it. And then I kind of forgot that I loved it because, out of sight, out of mind, out of ear, out of mind. And it came on the radio one day. And I was like, wow, what a great surprise. And then I sort of I'm like, hey, look what I did there.
See what I did there?
Yeah. So, so I don't know why I have that memory. That just popped into my mind right now. But what a beautiful song. I love that song by Chicago. Did you like the ballad?
Yeah.
Yeah. It works as a ballad. It's a nice little sad. Jimmy's a very talented musician. And we might have him on the show sometime. But it's awfully early in Vegas. because they're like 3 hours difference. So
Correct. Yes.
a musician to ask a musician to come on the radio like 6 o'clock in the morning over there is kind of tough. But
Yeah.
he says that he will come on at some point. All right, I'm going to tease. You like teases?
Sure.
The second song, so if you want to try to guess what it might be, is supposedly the most played song in the 20th century. And it's not Happy Birthday, so which I would think that would be up there. But this song is
I believe that.
Is officially so if you want to maybe guess what it is, it's going to be in here. And here's another fun little game you can play too, because Brian May gets a songwriting credit on this song because the middle verse of this song is just a little too similar to a Queen song. Let's see if you can pick that out. Here's Blondie and Good Boys, 89.5 WSKB.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. one of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies, rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips. And there's no tenderness like grief in your fingertips. You're trying hard not to show it, but baby, I know it. You lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. Oh. Now there's no welcome look in your eyes when I reach for you. And girl, you're starting to criticize little things I do. It makes me just feel like crying. 'Cause baby, something beautiful about it. You lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa. Baby, baby, I'd get down on my knees for you. If you would only love me like you used to do, yeah. We had a love you don't find every day. So don't let it slip away. Baby, I beg you please, I need your love, I need your love, and bring it on back, bring it on back, bring back that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Bring back that love and feeling, 'cause it's gone, gone, gone. And I can't go on. Oh, oh. Bring back that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling.
The Righteous Brothers. Do you think anyone in the audience guessed correctly?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, because I've heard that stat before.
Yeah, I know. You've heard that. Okay, I'm just saying, like, I'm sure a lot of people weren't surprised, but to come up with that was the, according to BMI Music Publishing, it played on American radio and television more times than any other song in the 20th century. That
it was in movies. It was in. Oh my
It was
God,
in that
it's
Cheers
everything.
episode. It got over 8 million plays from the time it was released until 2000. And
I believe that.
This includes all versions, not just the Righteous Brothers, but all. You know, Hall & Oates did a pretty nice. You know, I'm not a big fan of remakes, but the Hall & Oates remake of that is one of my favorite remakes of all time. That I think they did a fantastic job on that.
By the way, speaking of remakes or sound-alikes, I always thought Cliff Richard sounded a lot like Hall & Oates.
Maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit. Well,
I'm good about sounds of music and things like that and grouping things
Yep.
together. And
hey, you guessed when we played that Robbie Dupree song, you guessed right away that it sounded exactly like What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which led to a little bit of a lawsuit. All right, now, see if you, well, you know, we're playing the song first. I have to tell you first, but see if you can pick this up. The distinct sound in this song, the drummer has two sticks in both hands.
Oh, really?
That's how they're able to come up with this kind of really cool effect with just one drummer. Here is Paul Simon and Late in the Evening, 89.5 WSKB.
First thing I remember, I was lying in my bed. I couldn't have been no more than 1 or 2. And I remember there was a radio coming from the room next door. And my mother laughed the way some ladies do. When it's late in the evening and the music's seeping through. The next thing I remember, I am walking down the street. I'm feeling all right. I'm with my boys and with my troops, yeah. And down along the avenue, some guys were shooting pool, and I heard the sound of a cappella groups, yeah. Singing late in the evening, and all the girls out on the stoops, yeah. Then I learned to play some lead guitar. I was underage in this funky bar, and I stepped outside and smoked myself a J. And when I come back to the room, everybody just seemed to move, and I turned my amp up loud and I began to play. And it was late in the evening, and I blew that room away.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
We don't do what we often say. We don't play when it's time to play. We can't wait for another day.
Very old school Santana-ish, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Delgado brothers. Now they grew up in the East LA scene where Los Lobos and El Chicano made it big, but they made the conscious effort to try to be a little more accessible to bigger audiences. I don't think it worked, though.
More bluesy.
Yeah, they kind of.
Well, it's the same trap that the Texas flood fell into.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That bluesy style has a great sound and people love it. It's critically acclaimed, but it's not chart-y.
Yeah.
I love the song.
Yeah, it's too bad. That's a great song, and it wasn't not that big of a hit, unfortunately. But the Delgado brothers, I believe all of them are related except one. One of them just, hey, we don't have enough brothers to fill out the band. Why don't you come in here?
Hey, by the way, you know why I like the sound of that first song in the set? The Paul Simon song?
Oh yeah, why?
It's if you do this. I love drumline cadences.
Yeah.
Just all that sound of all those drums hitting like that.
Yeah. I still remember. I could still perform my high school drum cadence. That's forever. Of course, I was the bass drummer.
Yep.
Because I was a pretty bad snare drummer. So then they said, "Hey, can you carry the bass drum?" And I said, "Maybe." And then why don't you go to bass drum? Because you're not that great of a snare drummer.
I just love the sound of all those. All those drums hitting together.
Oh, that's a great song. 1980, I believe, from his movie One Trick Pony.
Yeah.
So now Diana Ross was emerging as the lead singer of the Supremes. It didn't go so well with Florence Ballard because she was under the impression that it was going to be the three of them, and they were going to alternate and stuff. But Diana Ross was becoming the star. So in protest, she sort of skipped out on the recording of this song. And we got basically Marlene Barrow. She was one of the backing vocalists for the Four Tops. She filled in for her. So Berry Gordy wanted to fire her right on the spot, and a lot of people convinced, no, don't fire her. But she pretty much was within a year. She sort of just left on her own and replaced by Cindy Birdsong, that's her real name. I mean, if you're gonna be a singer,
there you go.
Isn't Birdsong like one of the coolest last names you could have?
Sure.
They should have named her like Melody. She could have been like Melody Birdsong. I mean, how great would that have been?
Yep.
But so here is the Supremes, and without Florence Ballard in this one. Here's My World is Empty Without You. Isn't it, though? 89.5 WSKP.
I find it hard for me to carry
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
A solid member of the Big Eight that Jimmy Buffett will always do in concert. That's a great karaoke song, too. You want to get the crowd activated. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy Buffett thought it'd be cool to record an album in the West Indies. And he goes down to Montserrat and noticed how the skyline was dominated by this dormant volcano. So it kind of led to the song, and actually decided to name the album after that. And about 15 years later, in 1995, the volcano woke up and destroyed the studio and a good part of the island. In fact, to this day, 27 years later, their former capital is still left completely abandoned because it's just covered in ash, and it's just tragic. It was a giant eruption. So yeah, good thing he wasn't there when the volcano blew. So why are there no Steely Dan remakes? You know, there's always these remakes of popular. Steely Dan was pretty successful.
It was they're super complicated songs. One of the biggest power bands of all time.
They asked the band, how come there are no Steely Dan remakes? And he goes, well, no one's ever asked us.
Yeah, but those songs are hard.
And that's what they said. They think it's probably because they wrote the song specifically for ourselves, and it would be kind of tough for someone else to duplicate it, which doesn't stop people from rewriting, because sometimes they completely change things, which doesn't always work.
Yep.
So one of the songs that we're going to use in the musical, there's a song in the public domain that I think is kind of cool, the Darktown Strutters Ball, and we're rewriting the lyrics to it, and we're kind of rock it up a bit, but we've got the basic bass for it. That was the I don't know if do you remember the old Mary Tyler Moore show?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember Ted Knight's knock knock joke?
No.
Anna Marie Alberghetti, and then he goes knock knock, goes Anna Marie Alberghetti in the taxi, honey, come around by 8:30. That's the song.
Oh, okay.
Darktown Strutters Ball. So I'm not saying that somebody should try to do that to a Steely Dan song, but don't.
I mean, some of their songs are just very complicated, and they never really toured because they were a studio band.
Yep. Which is a shame, because
their songs are quietly iconic.
Do you ever fall in love with a 19-year-old?
When I was younger than 19, yes.
Yeah. I fell in love twice with 19-year-olds. So fortunately, I was 19 at the time myself, and which I thought was pushing at the time 24.
I was a couple years younger, and then.
If I fell in love,
the same, I think. Yeah.
If I fell in love with a 19-year-old now, that would be big trouble. Well, for a couple reasons, I'm sure the wife would not like that.
Right? Yeah.
And also too is that's a pretty big jump.
It depends. If that 19 is an old soul, you never know.
Yeah, I'm an old soul enough as it is, as a 52-year-old.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a song about a guy with a little bit of money fall in love with. That never happens. Old guys with money, they don't usually get beautiful women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not happening at all.
Win the lottery and find out.
Here's Steely Dan and Hey 19, 89.5 WSKB.
I was a dandy, yeah, my kind.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
It's nice you're giving Liv Tyler's dad some love.
Yeah, sure. That's Todd Rundgren. And why is that song successful? Because Todd says it's the ultimate party anthem.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it became really, really popular. He goes, what really made it popular? He goes, I think it was the lyric about banging on the boss's head.
Yeah.
He's like, I think that's a lot of people's fantasies. I like my boss. I wouldn't want to.
I wasn't a huge Todd Rundgren fan until I read Aerosmith's biography.
Oh.
I mean, I knew of the songs, but
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan. He's got some great tunes.
Yeah, he does. He really does. He says he hates playing it live because it absolutely tires him out.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's running. He goes,
Yeah,
you
it's a
gotta
bit of
kind of run.
up-tempo.
You gotta run around like an ape when you're singing that song.
Sure.
And he says it tires him out. So, and of course we know he doesn't like his other big hit. It's me.
Hello, it's me.
Yeah, because he's like, I don't know why people like this song. It's the stupidest song I put together in 10 minutes, and it's dumb. So he doesn't like to do that one either. So what does he like to do?
Well, I'm sure he's semi-retired now.
So now an actor. I don't know who this actor is. Rupert Penry Jones. Do you know him?
No.
He was dating Kylie Minogue.
Probably Australian then.
Maybe. He was dating Kylie Minogue when she recorded this song. And she was really excited about the song. And so he was there at her recording. And she's like, "Oh, isn't it great?" And he's like, "Meh." And she was like, "What?" He's like, "Meh. I don't know. It's not really my style. I don't particularly care for it." And I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of a coincidence. But they broke up soon after that.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I guess she had a little bit of revenge because the song became a gigantic hit.
Be a little supportive there, honey.
Yeah. They say honesty is the best policy in a relationship, but sometimes not.
Maybe great, but it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Here's Can't Get You Out of My Head, which is an appropriate song because the song does get stuck in your head. Here's Kylie Minogue.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
There we go. There I am. The Backstreet Boys. It was written as pretty much as a thank you to the fans for their devotion and support over their career. Now, the music video cost $2.1 million to make, and it was it holds a Guinness World Record for the 14th most expensive music video. Now, how is that a record if it's 14th? In the Guinness Book of World Records, when I used to read, it was like pretty much just the number one.
Maybe it was the
right?
biggest at the time?
I don't know. It says it set a Guinness Book of World Record for being the 14th. I'm sure it's been surpassed since, but that shouldn't be in the Guinness Book of Records at all.
Maybe they have a list, top 20?
I guess, but I mean, do you remember the Guinness Book of World Records? I mean, did you ever? It's usually just what the number one thing was, generally, right?
I guess, yeah.
That's what I remember. Anyway, Backstreet Boys. And now the Bee Gees got so unfairly bashed for, when people get sick of disco, they just, they lumped the Bee Gees into it. And the Bee Gees said, listen, we weren't disco. The people that copied us were disco. They had this synthetic drums and everything. We had, like, real drums and everything. We were not disco.
Right.
Just because we did the soundtrack to a disco movie, I think is where they got a lot of the blame. And when they came up with this song, they were asked to write a song called Saturday Night. And they're like, really? There's a song by the Bay City Rollers that's was just popular. It's kind of a big thing here. Here, we wrote this song. And they said, well, that's not really what we're looking for. And they're like, all right, well, if you don't want it, we'll save it for ourselves and use it.
Yeah, we'll record it.
Yeah, we'll use it on our next album. And they're like, well, I guess it's all right. All right. It became a gigantic hit. Here's Staying Alive.
It became part of the anthem.
Yes. Staying Alive, 89.5 WSKB.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donuts shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
There's a spark of magic in your eye. Candyland appears each time you smile. Never thought that fairy tales came true, but they come true when I'm near you. You're a genie in disguise, full of wonder and surprise, and picture like a wild. You're the one that I've been waiting for forever, and ever will my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. If I could, I'd catch a falling star to shine on you so I'll know where you are. Order rainbows in your favorite shade to show I love you. Thinking of you, write your name across the sky. Anything you ask, I try. 'Cause picture like Holly Wow. You're the one that I've been waiting for forever, and ever will my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. Picture like Holly Wow. You're the one that I've been waiting for forever, and ever will my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. Picture like Holly Wow. You're the one that I've been waiting for forever.
What am I going to say, Peter?
You love the stylistics?
I love the stylistics. I really, really do. Like many of the stylistic hits, this song was written by Linda Creed and Tom Bell. Now, Creed, she wrote the lyrics to many soul classics, including The Greatest Love of All, which eventually was a huge hit for Whitney Houston shortly before Creed died from cancer. So she was able to hear her song become that gigantic hit. But I love the stylistics.
You do.
Now, this song, is it the same old song, Peter, do you think?
I don't know. I don't remember this song, honestly.
It kind of is, because the Four Tops just took their song, I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie, Honey Bunch, and they just reversed it with the same chord changes. And suddenly, boom, same old song. How about that?
Okay.
And they were both hits, so whatever works. Here's the Four Tops, 89.5 WSKB.
Is
See, same old song. It's just Honey Pie, Honey Bunch in reverse. Pretty clever. I wonder if we could use that in our musical. Like take Bang 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 and reverse it and fill in for the last song in Act 1 that we still need.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe we can get away with that.
Yeah, sure.
Because
you give it a go, right?
They got the same style, but I don't think anybody how many people when they first heard hey, wait a minute, you guys cheated. That's just your other song in reverse. I bet
nobody cared.
Yeah, because the Four Tops, they were great. That's the show. I'm sorry we had to bump Leona Lewis. Maybe we can bring her on next week. That's the show. Hopefully you learned something. Did you learn something?
Yes.
It's funny. It's really, really cold, and we have no heat in our house. Do you know why?
Why?
We have this giant oil tank.
Yeah, it's empty?
Well, we get lazy because it's so big. Usually you can just let it, and so I checked the other day, and we can see the empty sign. I'm like, so we shut the heat off. We ordered. They could come out immediately, but then it's like an additional gigantic charge to come out immediately. So we're just trying to wrap us in sweaters and
make sure you don't bust any water pipes.
No, we don't. The house temperature is like 55, which is cold, but it's not.
When are they coming? Today?
Hopefully today. We're on the list.
Gotcha.
Because I guess it's going to be cold tonight too. So.
It is, yes.
So hopefully they come today.
Do you need any electric heaters for a couple days?
No, but thank you. No, I think we'll be fine. But
I got a couple, so.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Okay.
We should be. I mean, they're coming either today or tomorrow. So
all right. If they don't come this afternoon, have your wife give me a call.
I will mostly do that. Thank you very much, buddy. So yeah, we're here next week, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I am Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer in there, Peter Coles. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
We like to end with something kind of fun usually, and this was sort of a novelty country song. So this guy was working as an advertising salesman at an agency when he was approached, because, the CB radios, they're becoming this big craze, Convoy and Smokey and the Bandit. Suddenly everyone wanted one. So somebody said, hey, can you come up with an advertising campaign around a CB? And he's like, I don't know anything about it, but sure. And so he did a little research, and not only did he come up with an ad campaign, he kind of wrote this song, and it became I don't think it went number one, but I think it was top 5 back in the 70s. Here's the White Knight and Cletus Maggard. That's not his real name, of course. We'll see you next week. Mwah!
Now 75 or 85 or I-20 t'other way. Turn your spells to the right and in the night you'll hear some good buddy say, breaker, breaker, got a picture taker, old Smokey's at 43. It's that Japanese toy, the trucker's joy, that everybody calls CB. Yeah, Citizens Band keeps you up to date with the fender benders and the Tijuana taxis and all them buyers out there flip-flop. Now ahead of your children and ahead of your wife on the list of the 10 best things in life, you see B's got a rate right around number 4. Of course, Beavers and Hot Biscuits and Merle Haggard come 1, 2, 3, Well, I was loaded down coming out of Lake City. I was checking out seat covers young and pretty when all of a sudden there come a call over my CB ringing wall to wall. Said, go to Double Nickels as you hit the ridge, cause there's a smoky picture taker to the side of the bridge. Oh, mercy. Appreciate that, good buddy. What's your handle there? Come on. Got any county mounties out there prowling? Come on. And he said,
10-4 back door. Put the pedal to the metal and let it roar. Hammer down to Macon town. Gonna see my mama, sure. Well, the bears are gone. Let's bring it on. The Georgia line's out of sight. Pulled out of Richmond town last Saturday night, and my handle is the White Knight. How about it?
all right, White Knight, hammer down, you got the mean machine here. Well, there I was a-streaking, my needle was a-peaking, right around 79. That old diesel juice was a-getting loose, and everything was fine. When wall to wall, I got a call from a front door big bird tracker. Said, break 19, good buddy of mine, you got a smoky in a plain white wrapper. Well, I jammed my stick and lost 20 quick, you could hear them gears a-tearing. I got passed by a beaver in a Camaro when I was cruising along and going so slow I could count every button on that frilly blouse she was a-wearing. Of course, they weren't the one. Hey there, Super Trooper. Yeah, that's a crafty Smoky over there at the CB of his own. Hey, White Knight, let's slide one off the Super Trooper. Come on.
10-4, back door, put the pedal to the metal, what you waiting for? If that old white can't stay inside, gonna leave you here and say no more, how about it?
Whoa, now, buddy, that's fighting talk. I'll get up there and blow your doors off. Well, I hammered down like I had wings, little gravels in my wheels going ping, ping, ping. About the time I hit 92, I saw something flashing in my rear view. Thought to myself, that can't be true. true, but there it was, it going blue, blue, blue. Uh-oh, bubblegum machine done hit the jackpot. Well, I could see that bear laughing big, hanging in tight on the back of my rig, and right there and then it come to me, wall to wall. So in that cold, dark Georgia night, in the shadows, Smoky Bear's blue light, I decided to make me just one more CB call. Break 19 for the Super Trooper. Hey there, Smoky, old buddy. Tell me if I'm right, or you my front door, you the white knight, come on. And he said,
10-4, back door. You in a heap of trouble, boy, for sure. Gonna read you your rights and treat you fair. Just pull over there with your rocking chair. Want you boys to know each other real well, 'cause you gonna be sharing the same jail cell. You make 12 cotton pickers I've caught tonight, running front doors that white night. How about it? 40 miles over speed limit. You boys gonna be here a spell.
That's it, cotton pickers, I've done been grounded, my tail in jail and my rig impounded. So when you're coming through the Georgia night, don't never get no front door called the white night. No, sir, wind up in the pokey with Smokey. I'm gonna pull that old CB thing out with the wires.